Holly comments on the communication approach for 10.2.6. So, I don't know if you guys know this, but this patch is supposed to drop this month. Yeah, in March, evidently. And we still have no news on it. Now, I get it. You know, Blizzard wanted to play a little game and, kind of keep everything secretive. This is a patch, of course, that never hit the PTR, and that was by design. It was never meant to hit the PTR. And I thought it was cool at first, keep it a secret, that's fine. But I think keeping it a secret was one thing, and giving us no news, no hints, nothing whatsoever, or at least a reminder that, hey, you guys are supposed to get a patch this month, that might have been a mistake, because I think everybody's frothing at the mouth at this point as to what the hell is going on, and some people have been lulled to sleep, because we've had no news for quite a while. But executive producer and vice president of WoW, Holly Longdale, posted on X, formerly Twitter, it's so funny how people still have to say that, about lessons learned from players waiting for patch 10.2.6. So we see the little comment here, talk about this post, and then Holly Longdale, of course, dropping the little, sorry. We have learned that not having news and deets is frustrating for our creators and players. Stick with us for a minute. Our goal is a bit of fun. As always, we are here to learn and serve, so to speak. Yeah, interesting. Interesting comment, because the weird thing is, I think she dropped a little hint here. Yeah, ignore the pausing music. I think she dropped a little hint here. And that hint is serve. Well, is that a hint, or is that just me, speculating a bit hard? But what the thing is, serving, we know who loves to serve. Yeah, or so to say, not serve. Sylvanas. Yeah, I hope this doesn't mean that we're getting like some kind of weird pirate Sylvanas crossover patch. Maybe Sylvanas is sailing the high seas and she has become a pirate at this point. But to me, that whole, eyes closed emoji, hiding behind the fingers, and then learn and serve, an interesting one, to say the least. I think she was trying to drop a hint and play a little game here with the wording. The pirate flag was first revealed back in the 2024 roadmap on December 17th, 2023. Blizzard employees periodically teased the patch with a pirate flag and pirate emojis on Twitter up until the first week of February, and since then it's been rather silent on 10.2.6, leaving players pretty frustrated. Again, this patch is supposed to drop in March, and we've gotten absolutely nothing, and we are currently, as we stand right now, March 7th. So I'm still expecting this thing to drop by mid-March. Who knows when exactly that'll be. I guess March 19th would be the first reset after March 15th passes, so maybe that day. Maybe that day. Xbox Sea of Thieves crossover event. I don't know. By the way, I love Sea of Thieves. That'd be kind of interesting, but I can't imagine WoW doing any kind of crossover event. It's not Fortnite, and it might wreck the lore. So there it is. Moving on. Rumble on Windows, new tech tests on Battle.net catalog update. So if you played Warcraft Rumble, evidently you have a phone up until now. Yeah, you might not need a phone anymore, because in today's technical test, it looks like Warcraft Rumble has shown up on the Battle.net app. While testing for future versions is not unheard of, this one is unique in that the Windows test rather than mobile, implying that Rumble will soon come to PC. Yeah, I don't see why they wouldn't do this, honestly. I mean, it's I don't know what kind of tech is required to port over a game like this, but I would imagine it's not too difficult. Obviously, Warcraft Rumble can be run on a PC. I mean, it's run on a phone, after all. So, yeah, I think they should bring it over. It's a fun little mini game, maybe something you could play. I almost wish they would just integrate it. Shit. Put it in WoW. Let people play some WoW Rumble while they wait for their groups to form, after all, because healers are evidently non-existent, and now we gotta wait 15 to 20 minutes to form up a group every day. So why not? Rumble your Warcraft while you wait for your groups to fill. There it is, though. Showing up on PC, evidently, very soon. Potential up-res graphics data mine for Cataclysm Classic. I know we don't talk a lot about Classic here. We are, of course, retail Andes on this stream, but I do think it's interesting, to say the least, that it looks like there is an option tooltip up-res graphics data mined here. So for those of you who always said, hey, I would play Classic, but those graphics, man, they're hard to look at. Well, it looks like there's going to be some version of up-resing to the graphics, or at least a toggle switch or something, an option at least to up-res your graphics in the classic version of WoW. Last but not least, let's check these boys out. Here we go. Amir Drasil, weekly DPS. Man, week 16 of Season 3. Oh, I didn't even realize we'd been that deep into this season. I guess that's why people are, like, dying for some damn news about 10.2.6. We are 16 weeks into this season. Let's see who the top DPSers are. And overall, looks like we are in the age of the rogue, boys. We are in the age of the rogue. I mean, this feels like back in Cataclysm when the legendary questline for rogues was around and everyone was getting those legendary daggers. But we got Sub-Titty Rogue at the top, sandwiched Unholy Death Knight in between, and another spec, Outlaw Rogue, at number 3. As you can see, Sub-Titty is still by far and away the best right now. Fury Warrior, Ret Pally, Arms Warrior, and then Arcane Mage is the first ranged DPS to show up, and then it's another 2 melee before we get another enhanced. My god, I mean, look at this. Look at this. This is why I've been forming up groups lately and we get nothing but melee DPS. I don't know about everyone else who's forming up raids or doing any content in the game right now, but it is very hard to find ranged DPS. We have been going in, I kid you not, probably 95% melee DPS in these fights lately. And it's been alright, but damn it, it's good to have some variation. And this explains it. Look at this. We got solid all the way down until Arcane Mage. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 specs. Did I count that right? Yeah. 6 specs until the first range, and then it continues on with melee again. Crazy. Crazy to look at that. I mean, I can't even explain it at this point. It just seems like it's melee time. And the legendary, of course, affects some of that. People love to always switch over to their alts wherever the seasonal or weekly legendary thing is happening. That's where people start to play more. So, of course, that's affected things, and people have played more melee because of that. But damn, this shit's gone melee crazy. Melee was bottom of the charts for the first half of the season, only fair. Yeah, I mean, true. I guess things do eventually even out. Let's look in terms of... that was overall damage. Here's boss damage. Of course, Sub-Titty still at the top. We got Unholy, followed up by Retribution Paladin. I've been seeing Paladins pump hard, man. I have been seeing Paladins popping the hell off lately. So, yeah, makes sense that they're number 3. We got Fire Mage here, Feral Druid, Arms Warrior, Ass, Rogue. Rogues are just doing great. Rogues are just doing great, man. It's a good time to play Rogue right now. Enhancement Shamans have also been doing pretty good. And then at the very bottom, we got Marksmanship Hunter. Hunter's been hurting. Look at that. Beast Mastery is the top Hunter spec, and that is like bottom half. Yeah, you got Beast Mastery, Survival, and Marksmanship. All low. So all you Hunter Andes out there, you know, keep fighting the good fight. At the end of the day, these charts are just charts. You can always DPS your ass off, play the game extra good, and still be good. Top movers. Not much movement on the chart overall. We do have 4 spots down for Arcane Mage because they're ranged, and why not? Let's just shit on ranged as we keep going here. And then the top mover up was Affliction Warlock, coming up from the bottom, resurrecting itself. Also, Frost Mage dropped 4, so we got 2 mage specs that dropped pretty big. Interesting to see that. I wonder what's going on. Man, Blizzard just not feeling love for mages lately, or any ranged in particular. But those are the movers, that's the DPS, and that is the news.